What's up, guys? Today we're gonna start off a new series of a tower defense game because tower defense game they make it a lot. And I'm gonna help you make your own because it's really simple when you know how to make it, but hard when you don't. So as you see, we're gonna make a tower defense game, and to do that, let's go to backdrops, and then let's give it a grass kind of looking backdrop right there. And what we're gonna do is get a new sprite. By the way, I deleted that weird cat sprite because we don't need it. And yeah, we're gonna name it path. And then what we're gonna do is to create our path. So guys, I've finished drawing my path, which is right over here. And then here it is, I create a new sprite called enemy to make an enemy. Now, here it is, my path, and yeah, I already said that, but here's the thing. When I was making path a few more times ago, like, I tried, I also tried to make a tower defense game, and here it is, I finished it, and I'm making a tutorial on it. So, when I was making it last time, my thing, I actually drawed it all, but like it was not showing, so kind of like that. So this whole bunch was not showing and was cut off, just like there was a sprite. But now if you see, it's very fine, very looking smooth. And if that happens to you, what you could do is click on the road and make another dot. If you see, mine was very fine, but when I put a dot, now you see there's a slight cut there. And if I get rid of the dot, there is more. So let me make a dot and make another dot to recover. So there you go. That's how you fix that situation. And let me go ahead and draw my enemy. There you go. I have my first enemy. It is a zombie enemy, which doesn't make sense. I'll call it zombie enemy. And it looks pretty nice. Yeah. And I'm gonna name it 1 because obviously I'm gonna have more than just one enemy. I'm gonna have bosses, whatever, and more. And so that's my first normal one. Obviously, your first one doesn't have to be a zombie enemy, but I use zombie a lot, and I don't like zombies. Anyways, so to make this zombie enemy follow the path, what we're gonna have to do is duplicate and name it up, duplicate and name it down. And then for the up, what you're gonna do is get a black box. And what you're gonna do with that black box is you are actually going to put it somewhere around here. Like here, I guess, or here. Yeah, I'll put it there for a second. And then I'm going to see 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. And then I'm going to go to down and then count 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to make one right here. And then if I see, this is actually one step further, so I'll make that here. But, you know what, I'm actually going to make that 5. And I think that's good enough. So, let's delete this and this. And how this AI following system is going to work is really, really, really similar to our car AI. So go ahead and check that out. There's going to be a link in the description below. Also, there's an I button up here, so yeah, you can go faster that way. Because, yeah. Now what you're going to do is when get a green flag is clicked, we're going to hide. Actually, okay, let's get a show. But don't, yeah, just throw that out. Yeah, you can throw that out. And then we're going to do set size to 400, which is a lot bigger than the one we drew, but it's fine. And let's get a go to -240 and y of 105. Obviously, your value isn't going to be the same as mine. If you see where that is, it's somewhere around here on my starting of the road. So get your sprite to the starting of the road. And it has to be on the edge, and your end has to be on the edge too. Or you can have a house-like something at the end of the road. But your start has to be at the end. Or it doesn't have to be, but you're going to have to figure out a different way to clone your things. Because reason why I'm starting at the edge is it's going to look a lot cleaner when I use this method. I'm going to set my size back to 125, which is just a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to point in direction 90, which is like that direction where I'm starting at. And then I'm going to get a forever loop. And then I'm going to do enemy movement. So I'm going to make first one speed, second one turn rate. You can make that and put that here. Now what you're going to do is delete my variable and create two new variables. First one is going to be enemy turn rate for this sprite only, and then enemy speed is what you're going to need next. So check that for this sprite only again. And then you're going to drag that in here and in here. Now the next thing you are going to do is let's go ahead and set enemy speed and enemy turn rate to speed of 2.0. And then for the turn rate, you want to double your enemy speed. So basically 2.0 times 2 is 5. And if you don't know what it is, you can just get this multiplier and do 2.0, which is my speed, and 2. Kind of like that. Or if you really don't know what you could do, or you really want to just do whatever you can do, set enemy speed to 2.0, set turn rate to enemy speed times 2. You know what? I think that could be more efficient. So let's just use that. Like, I just noticed. And it really doesn't matter. So let's use that, and let's go to motion, get a move, speed, steps. Now, what we're going to do is make another block. We're going to name it detect. Run without screen refresh is what you're going to have to check. Now, let's get that detect right there, and let's edit. Let's add a number input. Let's name it turn rate again. I mean, you don't have to put again, but we're using that yeah. So we're going to put that there. And then what you're going to do is we're going to go to this detect, and we're going to get switch costume to up. And then we're going to do if not touching path. Then we're going to turn clockwise turn rate. We're going to switch costume to down. We're going to do the exact same thing, except we're going to switch to costume 1 after. And then we're going to have to turn counterclockwise. And if we run now, it doesn't work yet because, let's see. So, it should start moving, but let's see, enemy speed is 0. So let's set it to like that, and if you see, it is going perfectly. But if you see it closely, you actually see something else. So let me copy that, and then keep it in another sprite for a second. And let's delete that. And if I were to have a stick man here, so let me draw a quick stick man. Kind of like that. So, now if we run, you see him kind of spinning. And when he goes to this part, he's going to be upside down. And if yours is not a ball kind of looking and it's different, obviously you can use this. Well, you can, and that's what I'm going to explain next, but it's going to be hard to use this exact code. So let me just switch back to my ball. Let's call it back. So you're going to have a little bit more code, and that is going to be set rotation style to all around, and set rotation style to don't rotate when it finishes. Now if we go, you see our sprite going very still, not spinning. Now the next thing you're gonna do is when I start as a let's just do that. When I start as a clone, wait until not touching edge. Because when we start as a clone, because we're gonna clone it, because we can't just have tons of sprite. When it starts as a clone, it's gonna be touching the edge, but we can't delete it right away. So we're gonna wait until not touching edge when we moved out, and then we're gonna keep on going until we touch the edge again. And if you have this castle or house or whatever, you can do if touching castle or house or whatever. And then what you're gonna do is forever if touching edge, then wait 0.25 seconds and then delete this clone. And I can tell you why we need that wait 0.25 seconds just a little bit later. Now that we have this when I start as a clone, what you're gonna do is take this, put it here, and then get when I start as a clone for that too. And then when green flag is clicked, the main sprite is gonna hide, and then we actually gotta make or create some lists. Now, basically, the method or like the reason why we need lists are for the turret that is going to come in the future episodes. And for that turret, we're going to use a similar method from our Battle Royale series because you might want to watch that Battle Royale series before you come to the next episode. And yeah, so let's go ahead and create our first lists. And it is going to be enemy X for all sprites and enemy Y for all sprites. Plus, you're not, when you're watching this Battle Royale series, it'll help you with lots of things because it uses all these complicated stuff, and those are used in many stuffs. And that is why we're using again in this exact project. But I've actually found out a little bit better way, and that is why I'm going to use it again to show you guys that better way. And yeah. So let's make another list, name it enemy health, and let's put that there too. So it's 3, delete all of those. And then let's get a repeat loop. Let's get level for all sprites. And then let's get a plus, a multiply, and a round. Let's actually put that multiply in that round. Let's get 0.5 level, and let's do 5. So that's pretty nice. And then what you'll want to do is wait 0.5 seconds. And you guys might want to know why you put it. Probably most of you know it is because we don't want clones over each other. We want to clone one by one. And to do that, we have to wait. And if you guys know what this is, it's actually just making more and more clones when we go to higher levels. And if you don't know how this works, I think I explained in the zombie shooter episodes. I don't know. Go check it out. There's going to be a link in the description also. Now, let's go to variables. Let's get it add enemy X, enemy Y, 0 for both of them. And then let's add 2 to enemy health. And like enemy health. And then let's go ahead and make another variable. We're going to name it clone ID, very common to use in Scratch projects. Let's set our clone ID to length of enemy X. So we're not going to set it to 0, change every time we clone new ones. We're just going to set it to length of enemy X, which is like one more coefficient. And that will change a lot. I believe. So let's put that here. Let's get this in here. We don't need those. And then let's go ahead and create clone of myself. And then, so let's actually go to this code. We're gonna have a few more things to change. And let's actually organize just a little bit because they're all over the place. Let's go to variables. Let's go replace item enemy X and enemy Y with a rounded X position and a rounded Y position. And then which item it is going to be is clone ID. And then we're going to do that before the detectings. Now you're going to get an if statement, or maybe not. Now if we run, that was pretty strange. So what just happened was they are doing the wrong thing. So I think something is wrong with this code, so let's just see if it really is. And it is. So what we are going to have to do to fix that is let's see. Let's just show the sprite for a second. That works fine now. What happened? Okay, I guess that's good. Then what we're gonna do is I think we should end our first episode. So we learned today how to make our enemies go by their tracks. In the next episode, we will create this thingy. Should I show you right now or not? Maybe no. So get prepared for the next episode. It will be upcoming at Monday, I think. So see you in the next episode. of the thing. And yeah, subscribe, hit likes, whatever. Check out my studio. There's going to be a link in the description below. Peace.